Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 2nd of October, 2025. For the second day of the month, it was a pretty interesting and eventful one. Lots of gameplay to be had, lots of progress, lots of fun. Let's talk. So first off, today I opted to not do a podcast so I could do another major stream of Hollow Knight Silksong. Now, as I was playing Silksong, it happened again. The same thing that happened earlier in the week has happened a second time. What do I mean? So basically, a week ago, my wife and I were looking at the weather. It became fall, autumn here in the United States. And the weather was saying, all weather reports in our area were saying that here in Washington State, basically the weather was supposed to get much cooler. We were supposed to go down by like 15 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and it was supposed to be cloudy and rainy every day for a week. I said that rain, like every day. So we're like, okay, makes sense. Let's take the air conditioners out of the windows. And for the most part, it's been a good decision. The rest of my house has been great. But the one problem is that this room, my office, my studio, whatever you'd like to call it, has a front-facing window to the street. That window, in the afternoon, if there's sun, gets direct sunlight starting around 11 to noon a.m., or noonish, and then it goes the entire afternoon when I'm doing my first stream. This causes this room to heat up by about 15 to 20 degrees compared to outside. Now, I've done some things to mitigate this. I now have a ceiling fan that's blasting on maximum. I now have an oscillating fan over there on maximum going back and forth. So there is airflow in my room. Thankfully, it's not stuffy, okay? I also have blackout curtains that have a reflective metal back. So basically, when I open the window all the way and I close the curtains, I get fresh air coming in, and it tries to reflect the heat back. So I have, to some extent, mitigated some of the problem. The problem is, it's just not enough. So, for example, today, when I came into this office, it was in the 70s, okay? But then as the sun came out, it became 88 degrees. And to just give you some comparison, if I didn't do the changes that I did with these fans and that reflective blackout curtain, it would have been 90-something. That's how hot it used to be, okay? So basically, I trusted the weather, and the weather screwed me. The weather is completely not what they said it was going to be. No clouds, no rain. Temperatures okay, like maybe high 60s, but it basically made this office an oven. And so, as I'm in here streaming with my shirt on, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm playing Silksong. Now, Silksong is hard enough, right? Silksong is an ultra difficult game. And now I'm sitting here, oh my God, I'm just trying to stay cool. I can't. So everyone's like, take the shirt off. I have to. So I took the shirt off. I'm streaming just in the t-shirt, and it goes up to 80. I'm like, oh. So just so you know, if you watch Silksong today, first of all, great progress. We ended up beating, let's see here, the rest of the deep docks that had all the secret area under there. We then completed the insanely difficult food delivery quest to the Gourmand, so we got the next level upgrade to my needle. And we went to a whole other new area, which I think they called it like the High Halls, and we beat that whole thing too. So it was a really eventful 3+ hour stream, okay? But basically, what ended up happening was, I just realized, by the way, I was still streaming on Kick. It was an accident. So I was live streaming the Daily Wrap completely by accident. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. So anyone who was on Kick got a little bonus tonight. They were watching, they weren't saying nothing, and then someone just said something in chat. They were like, "Hey, does he know he's streaming?" I'm like, "Oh no, I accidentally forgot to end the stream." See what I mean? It was so hot today, like I'm thrown off. You know what I'm saying? I'm thrown off, right? Anyway, so we got great progress in the game today, but I was cranky. Like, admittedly, I know I was cranky when I was trying to do that food delivery quest. Oh, I got heated because I failed like 5 times. Seriously, like running. Oh, there's a booby trap I didn't know about. That's it. Done. Got to do it from the start. Running. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's a wall. That's not a door. Hit the wall. Break the food. Got to start over. You know, oh, man. I basically had to do so much there to get that done. The good news is, we made great progress. And on top of that, okay, on top of all of that, basically, there was a hard part that I guess a lot of people are saying is one of the hardest things to do in the game, in High Halls, and I one-shotted it. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but basically everyone says, yeah, it's one of the hardest things in the game, and I beat it on the first try. And everyone was like, just like Phil, as usual, right? Some of the stuff that a lot of people see as much easier is harder for him. And in this case, the high halls is like one of the hardest things in the game, and he one shots it, of course, right? So anyway, um, it was a good stream, great progress, great fun. And guess what? We hit a support goal. So excellent thumbs up for that. So Silksong, enjoyed the gameplay. It's all live on the channel right now, and it went really well in my opinion. Okay, just I was so hot, I basically just had the shirt off. Not a big deal, but I'm very glad that my setup is so good now because with the background removal tool and my face cam, it's such good quality that it doesn't matter what I'm wearing, it still looks good. So I'm happy for that. Okay. All right, then tonight on the late stream. So we started off with our little hangout session where we kind of do a build up, and people started asking me about LTG. So I talked a little bit about LTG for like 20 minutes, and then we started with Silent Hill. But of course, because I talked about LTG, that will be clipped. That will be shared all over the internet. That'll be the highlight you will see for my detractors. That's going to be the highlight that you're going to see he sent to LTG and he'll be reacting to. And that's going to now become his detractors content. It's going to be crazy. All right. I didn't record it though. So, you're not going to see it in my content because it was just a little buildup. It's not a big deal, but everyone's going to make a big deal about it. So if you're wondering, why is everyone saying Phil talked about LTG? I don't see a video about it. I didn't make a video on it. I was on the stream, but I didn't bother recording it. It was just time killer. Okay. So anyway, after the intro, basically crapping on LTG for being a jerk to me, then we started playing Silent Hill F for 2 hours. Okay. And the good news is we beat an entire story segment. This was an actual dungeon that was set in the real world, not set in the demon world, I guess you could call it. And I'll say it was all right. We finally got some interesting backstory about Hinako's parents, which was a lingering question since the beginning of the playthrough. What really happened with her parents or whatever. But the weird part about it is you don't get definitive answers on exactly, like, for example, are her parents alive or dead? Right? And actually, it ended up posing even more questions than answers. Okay. Then at the end of this segment, we're now back in the demon world. You're back as the half demon Hinako. And someone said to me, just so you know, Phil, this is basically the home stretch. Like, there's this segment, one more segment, and that's the game. And I said, well, how long? They said, probably between an hour and 2 hours. So maybe one more night stream, you're going to beat this game. And I was like, damn, this game is short. And it seems like they're not really maybe going to wrap it up. Like, I don't see how they can really wrap up this story and make it all make sense within 90 minutes. I just don't see that happening unless there's like 2 seconds of action and then all story. I don't know. So I guess we'll see. And by the way, tonight, was it scary? No. We fought no new enemies whatsoever. 0. Okay, they were all the same enemies over and over endlessly in this dungeon we were in. Were there puzzles? Yes, they were insanely easy, which is hilarious because I'm on hard puzzle difficulty. They were insanely easy, didn't hold a candle to anything from any other Silent Hill at all. I'm serious. They were just the easiest puzzles ever. They sucked, okay? And the boss fight, there was a boss fight, that also sucked. Why? Because the 2 bosses were just slightly changed versions of enemies you've already fought. I'm serious. So it seems to me like at this point, they've completely run out of ideas, and we're 12 hours into the game. Nothing new is happening. We are getting some story advancement, which is what I want, but I also was hoping, hey, new gameplay mechanics, maybe some new enemies, some interesting puzzles. No, not at all. So honestly, the game's about over. I mean, this is going to be an interesting review for me because I started off very inquisitive about what they were going to do with Silent Hill, and now we're nearing the end of the game, and man, I just don't know anymore what's going on with modern game development. If you want my honest opinion, I just don't understand why anyone would even think this game is good. I'm serious. Like, I've played so many better survival horror games, and for you to say this one's good, and all the reviewers said it was good, and apparently content streamers are saying it's good. I guess you guys just don't like challenging games. You like games that you could sleep to, because this is just a ridiculously stupid game on every face. Like, every single aspect of it is bad, in my opinion, at this point. Anyway, guess what? Good audience, and we hit the goal. So I'm happy with that. And I am going to wrap this up next time. And it looks like next time will likely end up being a Sunday night. So we're going to wrap it up sooner rather than later. Okay. So there you go. All right. So that was today's streams. 2 great streams of great gameplay, advancement, support. Everything was positive and good. Oh, one final thing. We locked in that DSP tries it. Get this. It's going to be not Indian food, Mexican food, which I haven't done in a bit. So we're going to order from a Mexican restaurant. I don't know what one yet, but that's going to be the next DSP tries it. And we're currently at 3 out of 10 goals. So with the momentum we have, we're definitely going to do it, early to middle of next week. And I'm excited for it because that's going to be another place I can order something good from. And I know I'm going to like it. So there you go. Instead of crappy fast food. All right, so tomorrow is my final streaming day of this crazy 8-day streaming week that we've had, right? We had a nutty 8 days of streaming. Wow. It's crazy because it's finally over tomorrow, and it feels like it's been going on forever. It does. So tomorrow it's supposed to be hot. I'm serious. Tomorrow it's supposed to be hotter than it was today. So I will not have an overshirt. I'll just have a t-shirt on tomorrow. Okay. And we are going to do a podcast in the morning. What will it cover? I honestly don't know. I don't know if there'll be new game news. I don't know if we'll just do a hangout session. Whatever it may be, we're going to do a podcast to end the week. And then it's going to be the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta. The beta did take place today, but for the record, there's a good reason I didn't do it. It's because I always know that, especially when there's a really popular beta like Call of Duty, it always messes up on day one. And 100% I was right. Everyone who tried to play that beta earlier today, like the first few hours, which would have been during my first stream, there was constant crashes. There was issues with performance. There was queues to wait. Like if you got kicked out, you go back to play and be like, oh, you're in a queue now. Wait 20 minutes. It was really annoying. So what people are saying is over the course of the day, it got much better. And now by the end of day one, it's good. So that's why I didn't want to do it today. I don't want to be one of the beta testers who I'm trying to do an entertaining stream for you guys and the game doesn't work. So we waited. I think that was the right thing to do. Tomorrow, we play some awesome Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta. I say awesome, but I have no idea if it's going to be any good. If it really has the double jumping and wall running, and I'll be playing on keyboard and mouse. That'll be an interesting undertaking. All right. So we'll see tomorrow. Okay. All right. Then tomorrow night on the late stream, since you guys liked it so much yesterday, I'm doing another session, more Hades 2. So Hades 2 continuing on the late stream tomorrow night. I hope you'll join me for that. And I'm off on Saturday. If you're wondering what's Sunday, we're going to continue on with more Black Ops 7 beta because I think it goes all weekend. And then we're actually going to finish Silent Hill Sunday night. Silksong will return on Monday. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. I'll see you in the AM. Peace out.